Yo,
What up? Hey guys.
what's up, gang? Okay, how?
I can. Are you using a mic?
Can you hear me okay, Chris? No,
Yo, what's up, Caesar? Josh?
it wasn't working earlier. Hey,
I'm
hi,
just waiting.
ladies. We are just
Yep.
about to pop in. Get started. Where's everybody from? Leave it in the comments.
Probably all local.
Always wanted to do that.
Yo, this is my first live in my
Yeah.
life, other than Zoom, on real estate.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think I on yeah, yeah, yep. This is our
Yep.
first live. I think this is all of our first lives. But we're talking about multifamily. So if anybody has questions, please, you can put it in the question box below and we will get to them ASAP.
Waving at people.
But yeah.
Hello, Jen.
Hello, Jen.
Gio. What's up, brother?
Gio.
Oh, what's up?
Oh, my husband is on. Thanks.
Wonder, oh, there you go.
Qualifier.
Wait, she joined.
Oh, wait. Let's do it again. Try again. Okay, I'll start. Try see if you got the invite.
Ooh, Caesar's all on asking questions already. How did Yale get started in multifamily? Definitely we'll answer that in a bit, bro. We're trying to get Kehao in the room.
Jen! Oh, hi, Mom.
Oh, no invite?
Hi, Serena.
Can you break down multifamily for someone who's new? Yes, we'll definitely get to that in a bit. Sorry guys, we're a little delayed right now because we're waiting on Kehao, one of our partners.
Yeah, so if my face looks like it has stuck shit, I'm trying to actually get her on. Sorry. But Chris, you can answer that for now.
So Josh is actually
Try to get her in
a
here.
really awesome real estate investor, project manager for Daniel Kong. But yeah, so I'll start off with me. How I got into real estate was I started off as wholesaling. This is finding properties off market and talking to sellers who are in very bad situations, whether it be foreclosures, someone just passed away, someone got a divorce, we help them out and we ask them if they want to sell. Sometimes holding on to property is really painful. It can cause a lot of financial pain, and basically we offered them a quick solution with cash. We buy it and we turn it over to an investor who wants to invest in it. And pretty much this is called flipping contracts. We're not flipping houses, we're flipping contracts, but we're also partnering with the investor. Also, as a wholesaler, you have the opportunity to work with the investor if you want to have a hands-on approach on the actual fix and flip. You can insert yourself like that. That's how I got started. It's been a crazy journey, definitely life-changing for those who haven't started your real estate journey. I think this is a really good place to start, is the actual acquisitions of real estate. It's acquisitions or looking for off-market properties. And I've met awesome people along the way, Huakale, And yeah, Gio with the fire, he's one of my partners. Caesar too. I met Josh recently at a multifamily event. This is such a great go-giver community. Yo,
Yeah,
you're
I'm
on.
a yeah.
What up?
Okay, cool.
Hey. Uh, no, but that's so true. That's so true. Thanks for sharing that, Chris. But yeah, we're just gonna be talking about who we are, how we started, what we do, and how everybody can be on this journey with us. And we're
Hi.
Hey,
stoked that
Shanti.
you're all here today. Hi, Sarah. Hi, Shanti. Um, so Chris just shared a little bit about his backstory. Okay, how did you want to go
Yeah,
and share about
yeah,
how you
definitely.
started in real estate
So,
and where you're at
I
now?
started my real estate investing journey wholesaling. So I started wholesaling in 2020, and that's actually how me and Chris met. Was he reached out and we were able to get his first deal done. We're working on more. So, um, yeah, so as wholesaling, exactly what he said is what we do. And then now we're expanding into multifamily syndications and trying to get that passive income for generational wealth.
Yep, yep, yep. That's awesome. And so, how I started was my parents actually got into real estate, single family, buying, flipping properties, holding properties. And then they bought in Tennessee. The system, I wasn't a fan of their system, so I tried to look for other ways. And adding value was one of them. So I started a creative media agency, helping investors and real estate professionals build their brands. And along the way, I learned a lot. So I'm super grateful for every person that's been on this journey. And I know that this is where God was leading us and God was leading me to. So now that we're here, I'm actually able to make a bigger impact. Thanks, Liv. Um, being on the real estate side. So I'm very excited and I'm very honored to be working with Chris and Kehal. And I know that we have a lot of things to do, exciting things that he has planned for us. And we're really excited to
Yeah,
have everybody here that's
everybody who
watching
joined, we
on this
appreciate
journey with
you
us.
guys
So,
showing
You
yeah.
up
guys.
live.
Yeah. Yep. So, Chris, can you tell us what is multifamily real estate? The strategy that we're pursuing, because multifamily is very different in other people's eyes. What is the strategy that we're going to be
Awesome.
tackling,
Thanks. So
and why did you
multifamily
choose
is
multifamily
basically
specifically?
multiple units in one building. We are actually going for 50 plus units. So this is like apartment buildings, and yeah, like big apartments. And I personally love this idea that I could be part owner of a building in my lifetime. Actually, this was one of like a childhood dream of mine. You hear of Donald Trump, right? Like, oh, big buildings, buy a lot of stuff, hotels and stuff. Like, this is actually possible in our lifetime. But as I started learning deeper, it started becoming like, wow, this can actually help people along the way to create a passive income by getting cash flow and equity. So you too can be a part owner, and this is called multifamily syndications. This is our strategy. And basically, what we want to do is look for these apartments in developing areas. We call them strategic locations and emerging markets. So basically, they're not so. Hawaii is a market that already exploded, right? Honolulu. But if you go outside of the market that it's developing, not yet, but there's a lot of job growth, population growth. We pick these buildings in these areas so that we can add value, which increases the net operating income, or basically increasing the cash flow, and then we sell it off later. And this is in 3 to 5 years. But Kehal can tell you a little more about that.
Um, so everything he said is like spot
Yeah.
on. Just going a little bit more into depth. So we are very strategic where we do it. And this is more so to protect our investor base. Syndications are made up of multiple investors who are taking their money and putting it into this investment. Multifamily is more of a secured and stable investment, especially like when you compare it to stocks, right? Everybody knows when COVID hit, a lot of people lost a lot of money in their 401ks and their retirement accounts. But when it comes to multifamily, it's always going to be providing shelters and a roof over someone's head. So everybody's going to need someone to lay their head at night, basically. And that is what secures the asset. We do multiple units, so usually 100 plus units at a time in one property. So, for example, if there are people who are struggling, we, of course, as like the managing partner, would want to go ahead, give that rental assistance to them, connecting them with different people to help them through their struggles or helping them relocate to maybe another place that is within their financial range. But with that being said, there are a percentage of people who are not paying, you have the rest of the units to fall back on, and that's what makes it such a secured asset. And of course, when we talk about our strategies and being very strategic, we do a lot of underwriting, and underwriting goes into many phases. So when a deal comes across like our desk, we do a quick underwrite. We see if that is worth pursuing. Then we do a more thorough underwrite, and then it just keeps happening. 5 different stages, but the reason for that is because we want to protect our investor base. That is our biggest priority when we're doing underwriting, and underwriting can be something as like, let me explain, like if we have a deal come and we underwrote it for a 3-year term, we could have in the deal deck to let you know further that it could be held for 5 years. And the reason for that is that if in 3 years it doesn't make sense for us to offload this property or go into another property, we would hold it for 5 years. And the reason for that is exactly what we said, strategies, right? Protecting our investor base is always going to be number one. And if it comes that it's in, say, 2 years, we got a really great deal. We had huge investor percentages for return on investments. We may let them know, like, hey, it's the best time to sell right now. The market is super hot. It would be the best for our investment to offload it now. We have this new investment that we can put your money right into. And so we are continuing to help you make your money grow without you having to do any work. So that's basically what we're kind of doing in a syndication model is we are the managing partners on this asset where we do everything from getting the deal, underwriting the deal, making sure that this deal is a good deal in a right place for you. It's secured not just by the asset itself, but also by the strategic planning of things like emerging markets, right? So it might not be a market that is exploding right now, but we foresee it coming in a year or two. So it could be like Amazon came through and was built there. It could be multiple hospitals are going up there. So you're following. So that is what's very important for us, is to make sure that we pretty much do all of the research for you guys to make sure that this is the perfect asset for you to go in on, and you guys get to equity, you guys get to earn the cash flow, and then we are pretty much doing all of the work for you, completely hands off.
Awesome. Thank you guys. That was a huge, perfect explained process of how it works. I think the next question would be who is, speaking of emerging markets, but what are key indicators? Like you said, Amazon, right? Amazon, probably Tesla, Meta,
yeah.
Things like that. Those are key indicators of emerging markets, correct? Okay, awesome. And then for the next step, who can invest with us? What do they look like? What do they do? what is
Go
their
ahead, Chris.
goals,
You
like
can take
who
my
are we
way.
looking to work
So
with and
we're
add value
looking
to?
for mainly accredited investors, and what an accredited investor, they usually make, I believe, over $200,000 per year, and $300,000 if you're a married couple, or I believe it's a million over assets, over yeah, million. That excludes their primary residence. Although there's pretty a big barrier of being an accredited
Yeah.
investor, we're trying to find ways on how people every day, like okay, how Kwakale, me, I'm not an accredited investor. However, you can still participate in other investments. So there's different kinds of classes. For example, we call it a 506C.
Yeah.
This only accepts accredited investors or sophisticated people who know how to invest and they don't really need it. They just want to grow their money. 506B is open to the public, and we're trying to get more and more of these in all cases and classes so that people can grow their money. And that's the goal, right? Is to build generational wealth. And this is what fuels all of us, is that we want to share this opportunity because not much people know about this, and we just want to spread this around to our families, friends. I want to be known as someone who makes people wealthy just by knowing me, and I can, like, I don't know. How about you guys? How about you, Wakale?
Aim.
Yeah. Yeah. But going off of that, not a lot of people know about it in our mentorship program. So shout out to like Tyler Devereaux and Eric Chatterton for being our mentors and our coaches in this multifamily space. Huge shout out. They're the ones that actually got us started on this journey. But during our time together, they said, Mark Pitts, I believe he said it, that only 3% of people in the US invest into real estate. And 2% of that 3% are doing multifamily. So it feels like a unicorn to most people that hear about this. And once we talk about the returns and things like that, they're like, why haven't I heard of this? What the heck? Like, how come I didn't know about all these equity, cash flow, and tax benefits, right? Why is this not, common knowledge? Well, that's why. Just look at the statistics. 3% of people invest into real estate, and 2% of that 3% are doing what we're doing today. So yeah, that's why we're super blessed to be able to provide these opportunities to everybody, especially our people in
Yes,
Hawaii.
already about it,
But yeah.
but did we like go over like why we actually chose this path? Oh, okay. Can a bit about that? So it's pretty much on target with what you guys were saying. Like,
Go for
a lot
it,
of people don't know about this, and Chris, I'm right there with you. Like, it fills my cup to be able to help somebody that wasn't in the space, be able to do it before. They didn't know about it, they didn't know how to do it, and different things like that. It totally goes full circle, and that's everything that we are about. AI Capital Partners is to rise, and we want to rise our community with us, and that kind of brings us to this, like, this on a larger scale can really help people live like life by their design. Meaning, if you want to work a W-2, you love your job, awesome, work that W-2. But if you want to be able to travel and might not have had that option before because of the financial burden, then this may give you that passive income to be able to do that. And Lord forbid if something happened and you got sick and you couldn't work, or you couldn't do something, or you needed to take, a sabbatical, whatever it is, this will give you guys the passive income to make sure that you're not stressed, like you would be able to have this wealth that you can pass on, not to just, your kids, but your kids and kids, and you will be able to kind of just be stable. I think that's here in Hawaii, the living is crazy, and everybody here, I'm sure they can attest to that there's many houses that are generational, not necessarily because they want to live close. it's very expensive here, and sometimes like home ownership seems very unattainable. But if we had the resources to be able to know about these things, gain the knowledge to go into these things, I feel like life for our community would be very different. And I think speaking for all of us, we all want to rise up our community and be able to provide these resources. And syndication and multifamily is a way that we can get to our goals faster, which in turn we want to be able to give back to our communities, to our family, to we. And yeah, that's like the main reason why we want to do this. And of course, for our families, everybody has their whys, and our driving whys are family and being present and all of that. But this just gives you the opportunity to design your own life.
Well said.
Yep, exactly. Perfect. Yeah.
Yeah,
Chris, do you want to add on to that?
we three, Kehal, Hawkale, me, we have all similar visions, and just to make the world a better place. It sounds so cheesy, but this is where we come from. And Gio asked the question, will you guys be hosting a multifamily meetup where we can learn more? Yeah, man. Yeah. Yeah.
Yes.
Definitely would love to share the knowledge. Further down the line, this owning an apartment building, nuts, right? Like, who can own an apartment building? But we are learning through a mentorship, and we're working really hard every day. This is going to be our main focus, to share the knowledge. And you can even see, like, every day how we struggle, how we succeed. And this is going to be an awesome adventure. But definitely, this is a call out for everyone who just wants to make that passive income, learn about real estate without actually managing it. I personally do not want to manage 1,000 rentals. That's why we hire people to do that, and we know a system to do that.
Wait,
yeah.
And
but
on
exactly.
your side, are we all good?
Sorry,
Pixelated, volume, everything. In the comments it says technical difficulties. So just make sure.
Yeah, can you guys just heart or put a 1 in the comment to see if you guys
can hear us, see us,
all of that.
Well, not sure.
No, he still has, but it's cool.
Hear us and see us. Hopefully it's streaming properly. But yeah, going off of that, that's exactly it. That's the reason why. Thanks, Gio. I see the fires. Having that team aspect, right? In single family, the spread, the margins were not there for us to have such a big team where we can all make sure like we're working in our superpowers. That's why I love multifamily. And we're trying to build long-term, genuine relationships with people. It's not just like, oh, here's a year, here's your money, bye, we're done. It's no, hey, I want to actually get to know you. I want to make sure that your goals are aligned with our strategy and vice versa. So we're really trying to develop real relationships, connections with people so that we can support them throughout their real estate journey and just throughout their lives in general, right? But going off of that, you don't want to be the one to manage 1,000 units, right? Oh, yeah. So just so everybody knows, we're not the ones managing the 1,000 units. Like Chris said, we will hire a third-party property management company to do that. But as the general partners, which is us three, we would be handling all the hassles, all the day-to-day, all of the numbers, analyzing the business plan, making sure that everything's executed properly. And have all this planned out way before it ever comes to your table. Way before your eyes are ever set or your ears are ever hearing about the opportunity. So, sorry, I don't know if you guys can hear the water running. But that's why we love this strategy, is because it really is ohana, like it's a family, it's a team, and we're able to do that and implement
No.
that in our lives and in our business.
And also, the word syndication, right, sounds so strange, but it's basically group investing. It's like you getting together with a lot of people, pitching in money. Like you don't have like millions of dollars. I don't have millions of dollars yet, but yeah, it's basically grouping together and buying real estate, and sharing the profits. I love this idea of group investing.
Got a question. It says, when you guys are looking for multifamily, what is some things or criteria that fit under what you're doing? So when we're looking for multifamily, it mainly would have to hit, right, our strategies to make sure that this would be a good investment. So is it in an emerging market? Like, what is the condition of the property? Is it in our wheelhouse? This can go over a lot of people's heads, but there's property classes when it comes to assets of this size. Focus on B and C classes. Not that we wouldn't focus on other ones, but in our wheelhouse and our criteria, it would be a property class B and C. But like, so there's a whole bunch of things. It's kind of a loaded question. Make sure that it's kind of in the market that we want. It's in the property class that we want. There's a value add that we can add onto it. Value adds could be that there's high expenses at this property, and maybe that's why the seller is selling it. The expenses outweighs the profits, or there's very slim profits because of that. That could be a water issue, say plumbing is really high, water and sewer is really high. We could go in there and see if it's like running toilets, or if it's, leaky faucets, whatever. We can take that expenses down. That would be a big value add. It could be that the vacancy is high, and why the vacancy is high. So it's kind of a loaded question, but if you are interested in finding multifamily deals, because there are deals out there, and you guys want to be like a kind of like a deal flow for us, definitely reach out. We can tell you what markets we're in. We can tell you what criteria we're looking for. And then you can send us anything, and of course we'll look at it if it's our criteria, and then we can let you know what our next steps. And that's the same with anybody who wants to actually get into multifamily. You don't know anything about multifamily, but you just know you do it. You may not be an accredited investor. Reach out to us. There's always different ways you can provide value that we can work together. And that same thing goes for wholesaling too. More so about multifamily, but we do wholesaling too. So if you are interested in wholesaling, you can reach out to us. There's a link on our pages that you can book strategy calls. We'd love to jump on a call with you guys and kind of see where you guys are, where your goals are, what you're doing, and how we can both provide each other value. And so same thing goes. We are still real estate investors, so we do like, the opportunities that real estate brings to us. So hit our links up, book a call, strategize with us. Let's see how we can help each other.
Yep, exactly. So if you guys do want to learn more, like how Kiel said, the link is in all of our bios. You can click join the hub. Thanks, Chris, right there. And if you're watching this as a replay, you can click the link in our bios and just click join the hub, and you'll be able to connect further more there.
One last thing.
We
haven't got it up and running yet. It's something we're going to be working on in the near future. But if you are somebody who knows connections to people who may, that investment strategies, say maybe their 401 is not working for them, or, something is not going right with their investments, or if they're paying a lot in taxes. And so I'm talking to all you real estate agents that are top producing, our medical professionals, longshoremen, all of you guys, and those different higher classes. This would be a good option for you guys, where you guys can take advantage of all the different tax shelters that the multifamily asset class brings to you. So if you know anybody who this could definitely benefit, we would love to connect. We'd love to see how we can help them. So if you want to send them to that link, and they can put in there, we'll put in there if you were referred by, and then drop your name. We're eventually start a referral program. We're not sure exactly what it's going to be fully yet. We're working on it. And if that's something that you want to do, and you these referrals and these connections, like, we would love to connect with you and be able to see how we can provide you value, whether you learn the education behind multifamily or whatnot. Like we said, like, our mission really is to help others and bring them up as we're coming up as well.
Exactly. Perfect.
Yeah.
But yeah, oh, I want to touch on the tax thing really, really fast. So we're going to do a quick example. We're going to do round numbers. Let's say that you have an investment of $100,000, right? 2023. You put it into one of our projects at $100,000, you can, and you have a tax burden of $40,000, you could wipe out your whole 2023 tax burden, because investing $100,000, you're going to get a $50,000 tax credit, or just credit, so you can wipe out that $40,000. And then that extra $10,000 can get rolled over into 2024. So that's what we're talking about, the tax benefits. That's a very simple example of how it works. And it's because of bonus depreciation and cost segregation. We'll talk about that another day. But yeah, so we just wanted to share with everybody, introduce ourselves, talk story with you guys, and say hello. We're going to be doing these every second Friday, sharing about what's going on, the latest and greatest, the real shit of real estate. So please, thank you guys for your time. Thank you for joining us today. And
if
yeah,
anybody
you guys
knows,
have anything
like,
else you guys want to
if they're
share?
interested in it, definitely click the hub link. We have some opportunities now, some super lucrative opportunities, and really good tax advantage opportunities as well. We are currently actively raising capital for these. So, like, if you guys do anybody who like to take advantage of tax advantages and things like that, and I'm sure there's going to be a lot more who are going to be continuing in these next couple weeks, that, oh shit, I just paid so much money in taxes. Like, we definitely love to see how we can help them. And the same, if you have money that's sitting, or for example, sitting in your 401, and you guys lost a lot of money and you want more intuitive on where it's going, where it's being invested, learn the more about your investments, come over, let us know. We can help you out with getting that transferred into one of our deals and helping you grow while you're sleeping.
Nice. Yeah, I just want to end off with real estate is a more stable investment. I've done a lot of like stocks and crypto, lost a ton of money, gained a ton of money, but lost more. Just letting you guys know, it's less volatile in real estate. So you can definitely learn on our journey how your money is not going to tank to zero.
Yeah.
Like, that's.
Can I share something on that?
Yeah, go ahead.
Went to the bank, and I was there doing some things for our account, and I was talking to the branch manager, and he actually had his investment license, and he used to work in the investment part of things before he became a branch manager. And I was asking him, like, well, so what do you invest in? And he was like, oh, maybe stocks, the market, things went, lost a lot of money during COVID. I'm thinking about going into real estate. We started talking, and he's really interested, and we're planning our meeting right now so that we can see how we best help each other. But even said that himself, that he would, even if he was still doing investments in the market, he would go straight to real estate. Well versed and seeing how it works, and looking at all of these different investment portfolios, just because real estate is more stable, it's more secure. So just looking at it from somebody who's in the investment space, who does this for their work, was really reassuring that, you know, we picked the right avenue and that we can really help people and things like that. So pretty crazy.
We have a question.
Yeah, facts. How, yeah. How many doors are you guys looking for in deals? Great question. So we are looking for at least 50 doors, primarily in the markets that we're investing. So Dallas, Texas, Florida, and Kansas City. But we're open to other properties if they are in emerging markets. But yeah, as long as the numbers make sense for us, then
Yep.
we can definitely move forward. But yeah, 50 doors minimum is what we're looking for. Good
Yeah.
question. But yeah, I'm excited, guys. So thank you, everybody. We'll be on again in 2 weeks, maybe sooner, depending on what happens next. But yeah, we want you guys to have a very blessed day and take care. You can follow us at Capital Partners. And if you go on to each one of our pages, you can follow our real estate accounts. We're gonna start to pivot to more of our real estate accounts.
Yes.
So please
if you
follow
guys
us
have
there,
any
and we'll
questions,
talk specifically about real estate.
questions you guys want to
Yeah.
go over on a live, or like I said, if you guys want to do whatever real estate we're doing, if it's wholesaling, reach out to me or Chris. If it's the multifamily, you can reach out to any of us. Book a strategic call with us. Let's see how we can help each other and we can help each other grow through this. We'd love to hear from you all.
Thank you.
Yay.
Thank you.
Anything you want?
Your first live ever for real estate. So
this is my first live
thank
ever.
you.
I not get in front of the camera, so fun for tuning in, being patient with us. Like that. Thank you so much. Appreciate you guys.
Thank you, guys. But okay. Well, I love you guys. I'll talk to you guys soon.